Hi, my name is Andy Saultz, and I'm running in the Democratic primary District 33. Thank you to the West Side Economic Alliance for inviting me to share some of my thoughts and give you a little bit of background on my campaign. I'm currently a professor of education policy and director of the Education Leadership PhD program at Pacific University. I'm the only candidate in this race that lives in Washington. And my partner and I actually grew up in House District 33. And I remember when Mitch Green knocked on my door when I was a senior in high school and asked for my vote. My wife and I are raising our two boys. I have a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old in the neighborhood that we grew up in. I also served on a school board for a number of years when Jenny was going to school in Michigan. I'm running to improve our economy and rebuild it after this COVID pandemic. I'm running to improve K-12 education, address our homelessness crisis, build a more sustainable future for the next generation, and low cost of health care. Today, I've been asked to speak to two issues. First, how can I bridge the partisan divide in our state? And our country and our state feel like pulling apart through partisanship and really blaming the other side. I think hyperpartisanship is a huge problem, and that the walkouts are a symptom of a larger problem. Now, I have a unique background for a Democratic politician from Portland. I was born on an army base in rural Georgia, and my parents grew up in rural Ohio, and both their families were from very small towns. I have pledged to seek Republican co-sponsorship on every bill that I sponsor. And I will visit every district before the legislative session starts so that I get to know folks and understand the whole state's problems. I value bringing everyone together, and my background in education will help me lift all voices and make sure that everyone's heard. If you look at the people who have endorsed me in this race, they are individuals who exemplify the ability to work across the aisle. Senator Elizabeth Steiner Hayward, the senator from this district, Senator Mark Hass, Tom Hughes, Mayor Denny Doyle. These are individuals who have done a really good job at working across the aisle. The second issue I've been asked to talk about today is how we can rebuild the economy given this challenging situation during the pandemic. I will work diligently by supporting workers and small businesses, because families right now are really struggling. Businesses are struggling with cash flow and making payroll. We have to provide fiscal stimulus with increased access to loans and increasing our tax credits and deductions so that workers can come back to work and have jobs to come back to. Throughout this campaign, I have reached out to a number of business leaders. And in the last month, I'm hearing that small businesses are feeling the pressure of the stay-at-home order. I'm the only candidate to have the endorsement of the Beaverton Chamber of Commerce and 6 labor unions. I think that demonstrates a broad support and an ability to work with both labor and business leaders. I will work to bring parties together and make serious investments in our economy. Once again, my name is Andy Saultz, and I'm running for the Democratic primary for House District 33. I have a couple of things that make me unique in this race. I'm the only candidate that lives in Washington County, even though Washington County is the majority of this district. I'm the only candidate who grew up in this district and have deep roots in the community. I'm the only candidate to have served in elected office. My time on the school board during the Great Recession taught me an incredible amount about public service and about budgeting during challenging financial times. I'm the only candidate to have both business groups and union support. I would be honored to have your support and encourage you to learn more about my campaign at andyfororegon.org or by calling me on my cell phone at 503-707-6894. Thank you for the work that you all do, and I look forward to working with you in the future.